has been tasked to bring the illegals in and complete the smuggling process.
Yeah.
By the way,
they obviously don't like doing it. They don't like doing it because they're speaking out, Jones. They're speaking out about it. They're like, please, we need to shine light on this.
Did you add the clip where the Border Patrol agent says they complete the smuggling process?
Of course. The Hannity clip, yes.
Well, good. Just because people forget all this, and I know.
No, this is a good compilation. This is one of our best, and of just showing the blatant disregard for our basic laws. Hey, guess what? I have to pay my taxes or they take me away from my family. That's the argument they use. How are we going to split up families? You break the law. I'm sorry.
But then the illegals just walk across.
Exactly.
They say, oh, this is some magic wildlife preserve. We're going to arrest you, with illegals walking behind our people
and
while they're
reunite them with their families. We're going to reunite them. They have family over here in New York. I got a guy just send me a photo of a store in Harlem. It says refugees welcome, a sticker. So that's the new thing. It's trendy to just befriend illegals.
What about when the IRS started taking my grandparents' little 3-bedroom humble home, which they didn't even owe the money, it turned out, and then made my grandfather have a heart attack and stuff?
Right.
Where was the love for us? We're not refugees, but we didn't have any money.
Yeah. No, you're an American citizen. You're a milk cow. That's how they see us.
I'm a mark as a dumbass. Right. I'm marked as food.
That's what they want. It's totally disgusting. And then you got Hillary Clinton, who breaks the law, and they admit it in the damn press conference, and they go, well, we don't think we should file charges. No prosecutor would do this.
There's another thing. I've been arrested all over the country peacefully demonstrating because of my white privilege, and then all these so-called leftist groups run around attacking people. They don't get in trouble.
Right.
I mean, I'm really looking for this white privilege, dude. I want to discover it as soon as I can.
It has to be mined in the mines of Moria, I think.
I'm sure it goes on at some levels, out in the countryside or something. But, all I know is massive change is coming.
Oh, yeah.
And people say, well, you ought to be glad Hillary's probably going to get in. You'll get more listeners. I could care less. I would love for things to get so good in this world that we were obsolete. I would shut this down, and I would go run a nursery or something. I love plants.
I'd be snowboarding.
Well, how do you make money, though? I mean, I would run a nursery or something. I'm serious. People ask what I like to do. I mean, if I had my brothers, I'd be gardening. And
I know. I see you spraying that plant. You dawdle on that plant at your house all the time.
I have a bunch of plants. That's the one in the living room.
Yeah.
Well, Pat Riley gave it to me. It was like this gigantic jade plant that's like 8 feet tall. So I'm trying to keep it alive because I can't put it outside. So there's only light coming in from the living room, and I got to put another light on the other side. And I'm sitting there spraying it. So the plant's doing well, actually. This is a very important broadcast right now.
I think this is releasing of tension, Jones. This is everything
daffodils
built up
and fire lilies too. And I want a big koi pond.
And see, we could have it all if we keep Hillary out of office. It'll boggle my mind if after this that she is still let in. 93% of the people in an ABC poll think she's guilty. 93%. 93%. That's an overwhelming majority.
Well, that's the good news, is that even leftists are kind of going, is it a good idea to have somebody by the law? Dude, I'm going to hand this baton over to you and the callers and then everything else in the clip you're going to play. The article's up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. We're running the special that ends in a few days for up to 40% off. It's 20 to 40% off on the high-quality storable foods. You need them, folks. Plus, it supports the broadcast. It's a no-brainer. Everybody should be self-sufficient. They want to make us dependent. We need to be independent. So all the major survival goods, from shortwave radios and non-GMO seeds to Survival Shield X2, they're 20 to 40% off. That will extend till next Monday. But a few things like X2 are selling out, so we got to stop that soon. Your purchase funds the operation. Hillary for Prison Church, you name it. Infowars Store. That's one word. Infowarsstore.com. Infowarslife.com. Just bookmarks right to the nutraceuticals, right to the supplements, and more, or call toll-free, 888-253-3139. All right, enough about watering plants. We're going to come right back with the news.
Welcome back to the fourth hour. This is Rob Dew reporting for Infowars.com. I'm your host for the remainder of the hour. If you're not getting the fourth hour at your local radio station, give them a call. Also, you can spread the link, Infowars.com/show, and you can watch video, and you can see this article that I'm about to pull up using my magic powers. Putin loses it, warns journalists of war. I don't know how to get through to you people. He does not understand that the world is being pulled in an irreversible direction. Maybe my powers aren't working. I bet the screen thing doesn't work, does it? No? No. Ah, there it is. Look at that. I guess you don't have it because I'm scrolling up and down. Anyway, Putin's taking the kid gloves off. He's trying to warn these journalists that they're being lied to and that there's going to be a world war. He was in a meeting with foreign journalists at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, and he said, we're heading down a course which could lead to nuclear war. Which takes us to this story over here. Let's see. Silicon Valley elites buying huge amounts of land for secret compounds. I guarantee these compounds are going to go down deep below. They're buying missile silos. They're setting them up for people to hide in because they know something's coming. They've been reading the metrics. They have the predictive programming systems in place. According to Silicon Valley Insider, the Nouveau Riche are buying up huge amounts of land so they can build private compounds to seclude themselves from the general public. You know, like Mark Zuckerberg says, we don't need a fence around the country, yet he builds a fence around his home in San Francisco. Then he goes to Hawaii and builds a fence around this large swath of land there. But we don't need a wall around the country because we need to destroy this country. They're all part of a plan. I'm going to go to James in South Carolina. He wants to talk about the Hillary FBI scandal. James, what's on your mind?
Hey, Rob. My thought is that the whole judicial system needs to be changed and overwritten. If Hillary's going to get off of what she's done, then all the criminals in the prison or jail system that is nonviolent needs to be let go.
Yeah.
And we just need to rewrite the whole judicial system law.
I mean, it's like some laws are voluntary, I guess, you know? Like illegals can just come over and we give them bus tickets into the center of the country. That's okay, you know, because we don't want to split up families. But, you know, you don't pay your taxes, they're going to put you in jail. You sell drugs that they bring in illegally, that, you know, like marijuana, you get put in jail, you get separated from your family. Those laws we have to follow because there's milk cow money in those. You know, we got to be treated like we're little milk cows. But illegals come in, man, you know, let's give them a free bus ticket wherever they want to go. Let's give them a driver's license. Let's let them vote. You're absolutely right, James.
It just need to rewrite the whole judicial system law and let those people that sell drugs, that get put in jail, that done far less. I mean, Martha Stewart done far less and got 10 years, correct?
Right. Yeah, she lied.
Exactly.
They said she lied. It wasn't even that she broke the law. It was when they were talking to her, she lied, is what they're saying.
Then didn't Hillary just lie?
Yeah.
To the FBI?
In fact, we got the story from Kit Daniels. Hillary faces perjury criminal probe for lying about emails to Congress. That just went up from Kit Daniels. So apparently she's not out of the woods yet. I like the fact that this keeps getting brought out. But, you know, people are still going to vote for Hillary because she's a woman. It doesn't matter if she's a criminal. Yeah, there was a guy that was about to testify in some weird scheme they had where they were bringing money from China. He was a UN official. A barbell fell on his neck. And the person who gave the cause of death didn't even look at the body? I mean, there's stuff called proper procedure. It's like when the Supreme Court Justice died, Scalia down in Texas, they're just like, oh, bring the body to El Paso. Let's not examine it. Let's just get him out of here. You know, there's no investigation when it comes to these high-profile people. It's just shut up and listen to what we say, not watch what we do. James, thanks for calling. Got time for one more call. Let's go to Kenny in New York. Biggs at the border. Go ahead, Kenny.
Hey, Rob. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you? Got about a minute.
Yes. I'm just, you know, I didn't even eat lunch today, man. You know, just, you know, like, when is this going to stop? You know, and all this, when is all this stuff going to stop? I mean, you know, you have legitimate reporters, you know, going down to the border, you know, showing us what's going on. And, you know, they get arrested. You know, they have ID. They have their legitimate press ID.
Yeah.
And, you know, what's to stop them from, you know, stopping me, taking my, you know, weapons away?
Sure.
I go to the range all the time.
Well, there's an incident going on now where a guy, apparently he had ID to carry a firearm. He was legal and lawful, and he went to pull out his ID, and they shot him. I mean, we don't know all the particulars because we'll probably never see the body camera. But, you know, the people that follow the laws are the ones that get picked on and sicked on by the government. We'll be back with more. This is Rob Dew with The Alex Jones Show. Rob Dew here with the Alex Jones Show, 4th hour of Overdrive. Pleasure to be with you. We're going to go to a video about basically showing why Obama should be convicted for keeping the border open and what is going on and what he's letting in on purpose to destroy this country. We've got some callers here. We got Ben, Tim, Danette, and Josh. I'm going to try to get to you guys as we play these videos. I may pop out of these videos early, just letting you guys know. And but before we get to that, the elites are preparing for something. They know what's going on, and they're not letting us know about it. Maybe you might get clues here and there. In fact, economist Robert Johnson said the rich were making such purchases like airstrips and redoubts everywhere because they think they need a getaway from the Ferguson-style riots that will erupt as a result of the widening wealth inequality, which is at its worst in virtually all developed countries since the 1980s. This is something they've caused. And there you can read more about it in this article. Silicon Valley elites are buying huge amounts of land for secret compounds. Are you prepared out there? We still have our Independence Day mega sale going on. We extended it till it's going to be going on till Monday. 20 to 40% off on select products, but it's a wide selection. I was looking at it last night. I was actually working on an ad for this. I couldn't believe all the stuff that is being sold. You got some great deals on storable food. If you don't have any storable food, you need to get something. Start off with 3-month. Get a year if you have a big family. Get some storable food because you're going to need it. It may be for a short amount of time. You never know. But look at Venezuela. Look how they went from being a normal socialist country, which is pretty crappy, to now these people are in the streets. They're killing cats and dogs. They're killing each other. They're raiding stores. There's giant food riots going on everywhere. It can happen here. We've had instances when the EBT systems have stopped working. Okay, what if those don't work for a week? What's going to happen? People are going to be rioting. Okay, you need to be prepared. We also have 20% off some of the shortwave radios, the survival heirloom seeds, the water filters, the ProPure air filters, X2, which might not last that long. They're getting low on X2 because that's something you need just to keep your health in line every day. And also we have the new Hillary for Prison T-shirts, which the sales from those will be used to fund banners. Alex said today he'll fly banners over D.C. if people buy enough of these shirts. It's becoming a huge meme, international meme. People want to see this creature, Hillary Clinton, in prison, and now she's facing a perjury criminal probe for lying about emails to Congress. I'm going to go to your calls right after this short video we're going to play, starting off with Trump talking about, hey, InfoWars is showing drugs coming across the border. What do you guys do? Why is our border so open? Well, because it's meant to be that way. It's meant to destroy our country. So here is the video.
What happened? So while we're there, you probably read it. It was in Drudge, who's great, by the way. Drudge is amazing. But the story in Drudge, and big story, it's all over the place now. Guys swimming across, and big bags of stuff, it's drugs, swimming across the river, right? Swimming right across. And they put the drugs, and actually the camera crew, or the reporters, were petrified because they thought they were going to be killed. Because they're showing this on camera. The guy's carrying bags of stuff. It was drugs.
And on that topic of the drugs, it's not just people coming over, but bringing drugs on a general, let's say a month. What type of drugs do you encounter and what quantities?
The most common is marijuana. We see thousands upon thousands of pounds weekly. We do see a lot of cocaine. We're starting to see heroin and meth a lot more. Usually those were reserved for the ports of entry, but now they started running those across the river as well.
What happened today in particular is that the Border Patrol dropped off some, they call them detainees, but obviously they're not detained after they drop them off. And normally they have tickets or arranged transportation to go somewhere in the interior. Well, today, apparently for some logistical reasons, some of them hadn't had transportation arranged, or their transportation is tomorrow. Right. And so we're having to find places to shelter them for tonight. So we've accessed some resources that we have. We're going to shelter them here tonight.
So why is the Border Patrol bringing them here?
They're not bringing them here. They're bringing them to our bus terminal because that's where the Border Patrol understands that they have transportation to go to the interior. Right. So they're dropping them off. It was our understanding that they were dropped off with tickets or with vouchers for tickets. Turns out some of them didn't have their ticket or didn't have their voucher, or like I said, their buses until tomorrow, so they got nowhere to stay. Our bus terminal, by ours, I mean the city of McAllen,